Hello everyone, today we're going to make a balloon Eiffel Tower. We're going to get started with a paper template. This template is about 4 feet, a little bit over 4 feet. I did this by myself, but save yourself the trouble. Go on Etsy and purchase a template of your liking and print it out. For the base of the Eiffel Tower, I started with 2 foam boards from the Dollar King. They were 20 by 30, I believe, and I only used a couple of scraps for the side of the legs. I glued everything together and put tape over it. I don't mind leaving the tape because after everything's assembled, we're gonna paint over it, and then the balloons are gonna cover it, so nobody's gonna be able to see that, and it's just gonna give you a little bit more peace of mind that it's gonna be secured. After hot gluing the the 2 foam boards together, I also put tape again in the middle just to make sure that everything was going to stay together, and then I cut out the shape. For the sides of the Eiffel Tower, I cut out 3-inch strips, long strips from another foam board. In total, I used 7 strips, so I used a 1 board and a half, and they were also 20 by 30. Now we're gonna cut slits into the strips, but not going all the way through. This is gonna allow the strips to bend around the shape. I like to start from the bottom and then work my way up the shape. I like doing the bottom part flat. You see me right here measuring the leg and then cutting a slit and cutting the rest of the slits on the strip. I like to do that flat because it gives you a better balance if you want to stand your shape up and just leave it standing. It has a better balance. Now for the gluing time. Make sure you place something under wherever you're working, because the glue is gonna get all over the place and it's gonna seep through. Also, make sure you do a little at a time. Don't try to put a glue on the whole strip and try to glue it. It's not gonna work. You need to do little pieces at a time and hold it and make sure that it dries before you move on to the next side, or you're just gonna be doing double the work. This is a time-consuming project. It took me around 2 hours just to glue all the sides together. Now here on the Eiffel Tower is done. I'm gonna spray paint it only on the inside. This is after 2 coats. You can still see the blue tape, but I'm okay with it. It's gonna be covered by the balloons. Nobody's gonna see it. Moving on to the flowers. Started off with the paper template. I cut out 6 petals of each size for 1 flower. I curled the tops and then cut the middle and then put glue. Here I'm using a 2.5-inch circle. It's a sticky foam circle. I'm overlapping all my petals, and you're gonna do this for all your layers. You're gonna overlap each petal on top of the other until you're finished with the size, and you move on to the next size overlapping. In total, it took 24 petals to make this flower. It was 6 of each size petal. The outer petal was a 5 inch, and then 4, and then 3, and the inner petals were 2.5. And it took 24 petals in total to assemble one flower, not counting the gold middle part that I'm going to show you how to make right now. For the center of the flower, I used gold cardstock. The size is 8.5 by 11, which is a standard size. I folded the cardstock in half and then used one half and folded again. And I cut on little strips, not cutting all the way through, leaving like a finger space on the bottom. This is where you're gonna fold and glue everything together. Here I decided to make some gold ones as well in a smaller size. I still use the same amount of petals. I believe I used more petals. I used 7 of each petal, so I skipped the 5-inch petal and I started with the 4. I did 3, a 2.5, and then the center. Here I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to place the flowers. I thought it was a good idea in the beginning to glue them on with double-sided tape. It turned out not to be a good idea. But the next day I did everything. I assembled the flowers. I put in the balloons. You see me here in a little bit putting double-sided tape all over the inside of the tower. And after doing all that, by the next day everything was kept falling off, so I had to take all the balloons off, all the flowers off, and I used a low heat glue gun and glued my balloons in that way, and a regular high temperature uh, glue gun for the flowers. Here you see me putting 260s on those long balloons. I wasn't sure how I was gonna incorporate this into my design. I wasn't sure if I wanted to hang it up, or if I wanted to strap it to the side of the balloon arch, or if I wanted to put it in a wall. So I did this just in case I wanted to mount it on something. This is my DIY balloon sizer. I didn't have a balloon sizer, so I just did this with the ruler. It turned out fine. It helped me make all my balloons the same size, so it was okay. Here you see me placing all the balloons in this, which I said it did not work. I had to take everything off again and assemble it again for the second time. So save yourself the trouble and do not use double-sided tape. It did not work for me. Stick to the low heat gun for your balloons, especially if this is something that you're gonna gift or you're gonna take somewhere that is not gonna be in your house, and you're not gonna have the comfort to be putting balloons in just in case one pops out. It's better safe than sorry. Use a glue gun instead. And this is how it came out. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and give me a like. Thank you.